Hey guys, GatorGod here with the abridged patch notes for HOTS 2.0. This is an abridged, shortened version. I won't go into detail on everything, but I'm just going to cover the high points for those of you who don't want to read the whole patch notes. HOTS 2.0 completely redone the progression system. Hero levels are no longer capped. Your account level is equal to your hero levels. They've gone to a loot box system to earn loot boxes to get free loot for each hero level you get. There's tiers with that, but basically you play, you earn levels, you get loot boxes, you get free stuff. The small downside to this is you can no longer buy everything directly out of the store. If you want a specific skin, you either have to wait for it to go on sale, there's a rotating sale schedule, or you have to get enough loot boxes to get the shards out of the loot boxes. Similar to the Overwatch system. You get duplicates, you get shards, you can use those shards to craft what you want. There's still gold, so there's three currencies: the shards for the duplicates, there's gold, which you still use to buy heroes, and you can use to re-roll the contents of your loot box a couple times if you don't like it. And then there's, instead of the direct real-world money now, they have gems, which is, it's like 100 gems is a dollar in USD about. So I don't know if the conversion's the same in Europe, but it's about that. One thing people have noticed is that the things appear to be a little bit cheaper to buy for real money. So like Genji's out. Normally before 2.0, new heroes were about $10 USD to buy, and with Genji it's only 750 gems, so that's about $7.50, so it's a little cheaper. So that might be a thing going forward where the real money prices of what you can buy are a little lower, but what you can buy is limited. You can buy piles of loot boxes if you want to like get the shards right away and you don't want to farm for them, but that's up to you. So what else? Mega bundles. You want to get these for 100 gems. They'll give you, no matter what level you are, you get 100 gems for free just for logging in. 100 gems will get you a mega bundle of like something like 20 heroes. These are great. You can pick one. You can fill out a whole section of your hero roster. Just a note, even if you only get one hero in the bundle, like you own every single hero in the bundle except for one, it's still a 90% discount. It's still only 100 gems for one hero, which is a steal. So no matter how many heroes you have, check it out. See if you can even get one hero out of it. It's completely worth it. There's 4 different bundles to choose from, and you get to choose one. And once you choose one, you can't choose another one. So look through them all first and choose the one that's best for you, depending on the heroes you want to get. So with 2.0, we've got a new Nexus challenge series. This one comes in 4 stages each week. The quest changes. You can get some of the Genji stuff again from the last one. You can get some Diva stuff. Diva, by the way, announced as an upcoming hero. She's not out yet, but she was announced, so you can get some Diva stuff in Overwatch, as well as you can get some mounts in heroes. So you can check that out if you're interested. They're pretty easy to complete. It's like 5 games with a friend in almost any play mode. So just put someone on your friends list. People are running them quickly in AI if you don't want to like run them with other people, but they're pretty easy to complete either way. For those of you who have high account levels, they're gonna give you a bunch of loot boxes just for the time you put into the game. I'm level 500 and I got like 50-ish. The maximum you can get is 70. But yeah, so take advantage of that. You're going to get a bunch of free stuff if you played before, and if you haven't, start from scratch. It's pretty easy to level up your heroes for your heroes at the beginning, and you get the bundle. You get a bunch of heroes at level 1. Like getting from level 1 to level 2 is like one game usually, 2 games max. So you can get a whole bunch of loot boxes if that's what you want to do right away. some new heroes. So Genji got released as our new hero. He's a very mobile assassin. He does okay damage. He doesn't have any CC, but he's very mobile. He's decent. Don't know if he's competitive yet, but we'll see. Hanamura is a new battleground. It's you can't attack the core, similar to Towers of Doom. You have to push payloads to get shots on the core. It's pretty neat. Check it out for yourself. Some notes on that. There's been some confusion on how it works, so maybe I'll go into that actually right here. The payloads have set spawn times, so there's 2 payloads for each team. Payload 1 starts at like 2 or 3 minutes, and the next payload spawns at like 2 or 3 minutes after that. Payloads have set respawn timers that don't start until you cap them. So delaying the enemy's payload not only keeps them from getting the shed of shots out of the payload, but it also delays their respawn of when that payload coming back for them to get shots later in the game. So it kind of snowballs like that. If you take down a fort, the next payload you cap gets an extra shot. That's a one-time thing, and it doesn't matter what payload any payload you cap. So if you have 2 payloads up, whichever one you cap first will get the extra shots, and then it'll go back down to 1. If you manage to, I've never seen this happen, this is not the way the map really plays out, but if you manage to destroy a keep, it will spawn sappers that will do damage if they get to the end of the enemy's lane. It's not something you have to worry about. And also, there's a boss in the middle, and he gives 1 shot upon death. Cores have 7 health. So check it out. Figure out what you like to play on it. Lost Viking seems pretty strong, so have at it. Progression system, we talked about that. Hero levels are no longer capped, as I said before. Also, there's less experience to get to each level, so you'll notice your heroes' levels have been updated. So level 10 in the old system is 15 in the new, and level 20 in the old system is 54 in the new. So all your heroes' levels will be updated. Your low-level heroes should all pretty much stay the same, because those levels didn't change as much. And some of them got actually more experience in them required, but they didn't penalize you for that. They'll give you the extra experience to keep you at where the progress you were at. Yeah, so there's the new progression system. There are no longer master skins, in case you didn't know that either. Master skins have become normal skins, like any other skin in the game, and you can get them out of loot boxes and such. You can still get gold for leveling up your heroes, though, and they've added mastery taunts for your high-level heroes, similar to the League's mastery taunt system. I don't remember exactly what it's called there, but if you guys have played League, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I wouldn't worry about it. I haven't seen anyone use them. I actually don't even know how to use them. It's not a big deal. It's just a cosmetic thing, and if you're interested, you can look up how to use them. We talked about rewards. They've added new stuff like announcer packs, banners when you get objectives, sprays, emojis for the chat. Lots of new things. You can go and check them out, see what you like in the new system. Alright, collection, currencies. Yes. Alright, let's get down to the hero changes. One thing here is that they did the player profiles a little bit better. It actually has like win rates and better sorting options and stuff, so they did improve the stats tracking inside the game a little, for those of you who care about that. Mastery taunts, hero balls, yeah, art, battleground, yep. They made a few small changes to a few of the battlegrounds, but nothing major. I mean, I've played on a bunch of these so far, and I haven't really noticed a difference, so it's nothing game-changing. They're little things, but you guys should get used to them pretty quickly. So, hero balances. Valera got her burst nerfed. They thought it was unhealthy for quick match. Probius is quality of life change. Nothing big there. Resurrect got the changes to it with the faster channel, but the long delay time that was on the PTR. So you can channel it very quickly, and it has a much lower cooldown, but there's a delay before the person gets rezzed. And so far, it doesn't look like this has made Resurrect particularly better. Everyone still picks Aegis, but Ariel in general is very good after the changes to her damage. So I would check her out either way. Brightwing has some UI improvements that make it a little bit easier for him to see where his like healing is. Uther got a rework. The basics, for those of you who just want to know the basics, his Q heal is now more similar to Tyrande, where he heals himself when he heals an ally, as well. And also, all of his heals now give armor. Those are kind of the big changes. Is that he gives armor to everybody. A bunch of talent reworks. You're gonna have to, if you really figure out your builds, if you do play Uther, he's got some talents to really help with his mana management now as well. If that's the route you want to go, it's just spamming a bunch of stuff. He seems pretty cool, so if you're a support player, it's definitely a good time to try him out. Anubarak has a bunch of more, similar to last patch, he's a bunch more quality of life indicator stuff, and got a good few bug fixes. So that's it for the basics of Heroes 2.0. There's a lot of little stuff I didn't really cover, but if you want to know the exact, some of the more in detail stuff, the patch notes are up on the website, and honestly, the best way to see a lot of the new emojis and like a lot of the new content and how the loot boxes work is just to go in the game and try it out. So one last thing about re-rolling. So all the loot boxes, when you open them, you can re-roll them up to 4 times. They have escalating costs to re-roll. So I recommend, if you're going to open a box, at least have enough for maybe like 1 re-roll, just in case you don't get what you want. You don't want to re-roll them too many times because it gets really expensive, but for the common boxes, it's like $250. For the rare boxes, for the epic boxes, it's like $500 or something. I think that's for the epic boxes. So yeah, and for the veteran boxes, if you're a long-time player, it's a little bit more, but you should have a little bit stockpiled up, and you won't have too many of those that you want to re-roll. So yeah, check it out, and thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the changes in Heroes 2.0. We should get Diva pretty soon, based on the quest schedule, so, well, maybe not, because none of this is technically Diva stuff in game, but we know Diva's coming. We got a new cinematic too, if you want to check that out. That's on the Heroes of Storm YouTube. Yeah, so have a good time, check it out. For those of you in Europe, this comes out on Wednesday. For those of you in North America, this is already out. I'm not sure when it comes out on the Asian server, but yeah, have a good time and see you guys later.